Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign is in Taurus, this is a message for you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, and as you can probably see, we have our special guest, my daughter, and my cats are right around me as well, so you might be hearing them or things dropping. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. And if you are returning to the channel, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see what we have here. And let me see if I can get this light fixed a little bit better. That might be. There we go. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing that this is a love reading. We have a nice heart shape here. And the thing about this heart, looks like it might be an unbalanced kind of love situation going on. We have one side of the heart that's really thin, and then we have the other side that's really kind of robust. It seems like maybe this is maybe not unrequited love, but it feels like maybe somebody is a little more in love than the other person. And that's not, that's not ideal. So let's see what else the cup has to say. I want to find out, are you the one that's really in love, or are you the one that's just kind of going along with it? Okay, let's see. I'm going to turn that and see. It almost looks like this heart is holding a dagger. So I wonder if there's not even, or if there's maybe even an element of, what is that word? Skullduggery? Something secret going on, some kind of mischief, con. But I would think of it as maybe something as like infidelity, or maybe just not complete honesty. Maybe the person has not, been truthful about all parts of themselves or how they feel, or I don't know. Something along those lines though, because it really does look like it's this seems like there's a bit of a fight going on in this love affair. Okay. And this one's interesting. It looks like an elephant on top of a ball. So it reminds me of a circus, which is an elephant is a beautiful symbol, especially if their trunk is raised. And it's usually a symbol of peace and prosperity, good health. And that's why it's like hit pop culture so much in the West, that image of the elephant everywhere. Now there's also the ball it's standing on. So that's kind of almost like, it looks like a joyous elephant, but it's almost kind of sad because, for me anyways, thinking of an elephant forced to act and play out and be kind of entertainment is really depressing, and we know that now. Consciously, collectively, as a society, we've decided that animals that perform in those ways is really abusive and sad. So I just get this there's like a juxtaposition of the joy and happiness, but it seems almost like an act, like it is something of a caricature, or just a a definite like kind of put on. Okay, so this makes sense to me. It kind of ties into this relationship where it feels like it's almost like you're at war with your partner or the person that you're dating or married to. It feels like, you know, there's just a lot of untruth. There is probably an outward facing facade going on to keep up this image of happiness. And it really, I think it's really like on a deep level, very painful, like on a soul level. You know, that it's, when you're in a relationship like that, it's disheartening to have to pretend, and that, you know, it's just, and there's not a lot to draw on in the relationship that is positive. It's just kind of this chaotic, hurtful situation. So let me look. I want to turn the bowl to see if this looks like anything else. And it kind of does. On this side, it looks like a person holding like a vacuum. Possibly like this is the head. There's the body, extended arm, and it looks like it's vacuuming. So I think this is a good symbol for a domestic life. And I think that it almost looks like this is kind of that like backstabbing. I feel, and not to get too like, you know, LMN on you, but this like, I get this like picture in my head of somebody who is very much in charge of the domestic matters. That could be male, female. It doesn't matter. And that doesn't necessarily have to be at home. It could be that you or they work in a field where they're doing manual labor or cleaning or you know, something like that. And it looks like with the heart and this it's just going right for that symbol there. So I wonder if this is not the person that is more of the one trying to carry the load of the relationship and they're being lied to. Okay. It seems like I get the impression, I get this feeling of just carrying so much, doing so much, trying to kind of bridge the gap of shared labor, maybe carrying the financial or carrying the household or both, and still being met with this deception, but also at the same time trying to keep up this image of a happy marriage or relationship. So I think just on all fronts, it's just so tiring. It's so devastating because it just doesn't seem like this other person is meeting and just where this is placed, I feel like this is you. And I hate to do a reading where I'm like, you know, your significant other is lying to you, but I just really get this impression that there's some kind of deception going on. And that doesn't mean that they're cheating or anything like that, but it could be. It could be financial. It could be just they are not, you know, being fully there with you, that they're hiding parts of themselves. They don't, you know, maybe it's growing apart. I don't know. But with this symbol of the dagger, it really makes me think that this is something that is like an active lie. It's not just omitting something. I think it's really like actively lying. Okay. And we have this bird here sitting in kind of a restful posture. And that 100% speaks to me as a knowledge of hidden things, a wise, very wise, thoughtful, graceful animal. So I think that you already know about what's going on. I think that you are fully aware. I think that you probably have proof. I think that Taurus, you are not somebody to be pushed around. I think that you're a very studious, caring, loyal type of person. I also think that you sometimes happen to be a little bit image centric. But I don't think it's like on a level of like being egotistical so much as self-preservation. I think that you keep up this image of a good and happy relationship, not because you want to flaunt it or anything like that. I think it just is how you are dealing with this issue. You don't want to put your business out there. You don't want people to know what's going on. Not yet, anyways. Okay. And I wanted to look right here. And I'm looking at this. I want to try to, let's see, maybe if I turn it this way. Yeah, there we go. So I'm looking at this and it really looks like the side profile of like a little kind of devil type of formation. And it's kind of dancing. It looks like it's just kind of in this mischievous posture. I would say that this is more lighthearted. It's not a devil, like evil. But I think that it seems playful for some reason. And how does this really... And because of where it's at, this is about you, not the person, not your person that you're involved with. I feel like there's just this part of you, interestingly enough, although you are really working hard to keep this relationship together, I think that there's a part of you that is almost kind of relieved that it might almost be over. Like your hand will be forced to really just give up on this thing. And I almost feel like there's like a sense of, there will be freedom soon, and you will be able to, be a little naughty, maybe be a little bit of a little devil. And I think there's just this tiny part of you that you just really try not to indulge very much, especially because you've worked so hard to keep this thing together, that there is some kind of relief. And I think that, I don't know that you're going to go like full bacchanalian on this. Like you're not going to, really tie one on for months and months or anything like that. But I think that you will be able to breathe a little more. I think you'll be able to dance with yourself in your house a little more. Just really get into enjoying the moment. You'll be able to, loosen up, laugh a little louder, right? Not be so much carrying this like luggage around with you, this dead weight. And I see here, and I was looking at this earlier and I was trying to figure out how this tied in, but I really think it kind of goes with the spirit. And this is a flower growing out of the ground. And I really think that you really wanted this thing to work. And listen, I don't know what exactly the details are, but it doesn't mean that for sure you're not going to be together. But maybe there has to be a little death in this relationship to get it to the next phase, right? So that could be, it could be the death of this era, so you can cycle into the next part of your relationship, which will bloom and flourish. Or it could also be that maybe this is not the right person for you. Maybe this person has not honored you in the way that they should, and this person, just is not worthy of any more of your effort. And that could totally be true too. But I see a flower and I see it growing, and I think in the near future, you're going to be in a whole different place. Okay. And we've all been through points in our life where we thought, will this ever change? Will this like just dark cloud be over me for the rest of my life? Will I ever feel like a person again? Will I ever not be tired? But sometimes just 6 months down the road, sometimes a year down the road, your life looks completely different, unrecognizable, right? And that can be for the better. I mean, it really can. And it just takes a couple of things to be just calibrated, just a little recalibrated, a little bit, just a little bit. And that could send you on your way to where you want to be. Or to where you're going to be that you didn't even know you wanted to be, right? Okay. And now, this one looks to me almost like Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Okay. And I think that this really, to me, ties into this idea of this kind of like this unobtainable or this like mystical thing that like nobody can get a clear sight of. It's like you look for it, you never find it. But the moment that you're not looking for it, it's like pops up in your peripheral, right? And then you look and it's gone. Okay, just this like thing that feels so transient and just you can't grasp it. And I think that for you it might be this feeling of your relationship, of happiness, of feeling a wholeness of worth, like self-worth again. No matter how balanced and self-loving and healed and evolved you are as a being, when somebody treats you like you don't deserve to be told the truth, and for them to be honest with you and transparent and meet you in a place of honor and love and respect, then that makes you feel, it's going to make you feel bad. You know what I mean? So I think that just, it feels like getting to a place where you're going to feel like a fully returned love, a balanced love, or even a balanced love in yourself. I feel like it seems so elusive, but I don't think that it is for you. I really think that this is illusionary. Okay? This is that like negative talk, those kind of invasive types of thoughts that just eat away at you, and they're not real. They're not true. Okay? And when somebody behaves in a way that makes you feel less than, or not, not important enough for them to take care with you, then it makes those things feel like they could be real, but they're not. I'm here to tell you they are not. It's an illusion. Okay? So, finding your way to that true love, to that self-love, that is a place that can be gotten to. It's not an end point though. It's something that we work on every single day. And some days it's amazing. It aligns and it feels like you've really like done the thing. But other days, you know, it ebbs and flows. So when you're in that ebb part and it's feeling like it really just is, you know, all of that stuff is like waning, you just have to remember yourself. Okay. And I think once you get out of this situation, and I see here, it looks like a person, and it literally looks like this person is pulling a heart. Okay. And I really think that, and I'm not going to tell you to leave your partner or your husband or wife or, you know, whoever you're dating or whatever. I'm not going to tell you to leave them, but I really see in this cup, if this is speaking to you, that the path ahead is going to be kind of a solo project. And if that means that you stay with the person or not, I think that the important thing right now is for you to fortify yourself, to really invest in finding your way to, you know, to your own kind of self-love, to really focusing on fulfilling yourself, putting yourself first, prioritizing what you need, what you want, being selfish, you know, and not feeling guilty about that. And I'm, you know, if you need permission, I'm giving you permission to be selfish and a little bit, you know, even shrewd about it if you have to be. And that's okay, because you're only going to get to a place where you can feel good enough to like really escape this like cycle that you're in if you are really focusing on doing the things you need to do for you and not for them. I think this whole thing feels like it really came, I don't know if it was ever balanced or not, but it really came loose at the seams when you started taking on the larger part of the load, and it became very unbalanced for you and for the relationship. And I think that this person doesn't necessarily, I don't know that they're doing it on purpose, but I think that they have definitely gotten into a place where they're comfortable with you doing more work than they're doing. And again, that could be financial, that could be housework, domestic stuff, that could be just, you know, showing up for you emotionally, physically, you know, just giving you whatever it is, attention, being kind to you, whatever. I don't know. Maybe they're prioritizing other things ahead of you, and it's just, you know, I'm not exactly sure. I can't see the details to that degree, but whatever it is, it has you not feeling good about your love life, not feeling good about your personal life, not feeling good about yourself. And I can see that. And I can see it's just really, really, it's draining you. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So I'm seeing it looks like about the next 5 weeks that things will maybe start to come to a head. And I think that, you know, 5 weeks seems like a lot of time. It seems like a lot of time to continue going through this, but I don't think that this is like a new situation for you. I feel like this dynamic has been going on for quite a while. So these 5 weeks might not seem too much. You might even see this and kind of forget about this reading. But I hope it plants a seed for you, because I think in the next 5 weeks, it's really, something's going to happen, and it's going to really be the catalyst for a big shift in this relationship dynamic. I don't know. I almost get the sense that things are going to be more public. Some of this stuff's going to be exposed to people you care about. And I feel like you're going to have some kind of, I don't think anybody's necessarily going to pressure you into dealing with this problem, but I feel like the implied social pressure is going to get you to make a move. Okay, so I think that if you resonate with this reading and you feel like this is for you, then honey, no, shh, 1 second. Then I feel like you should start preparing for this change. And however you need to do that, you know, I think it's important just to be prepared, okay? And to have an exit plan if that's what you need to have, and to know what you're going to be doing with yourself, okay? If you live together and all of that, it could get really stressful. But again, you know, I'm not a therapist. This is for entertainment. And I'm not qualified to give you any kind of real advice. So, you know, I'm not telling you to leave anybody. I'm not telling you that you're being cheated on, you know, and I'm laughing because I don't want to, it makes me uncomfortable to like bring people bad news. Okay, so, and I can't, you know, I'm just seeing what these symbols are saying to me, and I'm looking at them from my own relationship to the symbols, my own experience with the symbols, and the kind of visual scenarios that come to my mind as I'm putting them together. Okay, so, you know, when I have a reading that is difficult like this one, and it feels very like heavy and weighed down and just not good news, you know, not good news. I just, you know, I want to give you the disclaimer that I'm not, you know, it makes me not happy to have to say these things necessarily. Okay, so, yeah, so I hope that, you know, I hope my readings are accurate, and I feel like they are because they seem to resonate with some people. But when these kind of readings come around, I hope that I'm wrong. I hope I'm so wrong. I hope nobody relates to this. So, yeah, Taurus, I'm so sorry it wasn't, I kind of knew when I picked the 5 of discs that there were going to be some relationship problems. So, unfortunately it looked like that. But yeah, thank you so much. And here's my cat come to say hello. And, if you would be so kind, I'm sorry for the terrible reading, or terrible news within the reading. But if you would be so kind, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how I'm doing. And if you want to look for me on Facebook, you can look for my page. It's Ula Tea Leaf Readings. If you are on Instagram, it's Ula of the Tea. If you're interested in a private reading, please email me. I need to get my prices and all that stuff set up and put in my description. But for now, we have it set up so you can message me and we'll set up a reading and we'll figure all that stuff out. Okay. And then what else? Yeah, I think I'm just trying to get these videos to you. I know it's the holidays right now. If you're watching this, it's around the time it came out. It's the few days before before Christmas. And if you celebrate Christmas or if you don't, I'm sure you're aware that it's going on if you're in the western part of the world. So I'm hoping to get videos out every day, and I will be back with Taurus in another 12 days. If you're interested in looking at your other signs for your solar, lunar, ascendant, or rising, go ahead and watch the other videos. It helps create a more dynamic picture. of what's going on in your life, and hopefully those other ones will be a little bit happier than this one. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Taurus.